let's maybe define so people can understand what. So freight isn't shipping. Freight is where you are going from your manufacturer to a warehouse,
Correct.
right? So that is container, cargo. What do we need to look at in terms of, and you taught me this. So it goes from a case pack to a master carton, and then it gets palleted.
Correct.
And I think this is, again, when you're ordering large volume, you have to start thinking in these terms. So let's talk about what's a case pack, Dan.
So generally, you want to keep things 12 to 24 to a case, and then, and I say that because if you're have the luck to get it into a retailer, a store is not going to take more than 12 pieces or 24 pieces at max. You think that when you land at Walmart, you're like, oh, they're going to take pallets upon pallets of product. Well, they will at that distribution center, but each store is going to get a single case because, again, these stores are loaded up full with product. They don't have a lot of warehouse space in the back of their stores to restock. So, yeah, you want to go with 12 or 24 units. Of course, that goes, depending on the size of that packaging, that'll go into its own master carton, and they might be two 12 packs or two 24 packs that create a master carton, and then it goes onto a pallet.
Right. And so let's talk about why this is important, because it sounds like, it doesn't matter. It just goes into a box, right? I'll volunteer and ask a question to the audience. How many of us received a package that has been through some sort of shipper that comes completely destroyed or beaten around or kicked around and dirty, right? So again, this type of packaging, we're not talking about this packaging for anything more than protection and making sure what's inside arrives in safely. Now, imagine this in a container or a cargo ship or in a cargo transport. How badly do these packages get beat up?
Yeah, well, they do, but
Yeah.
hopefully not too much. I mean,
No.
it's again, we shrink, well, our manufacturers shrink wrap the pallets for protection, but
Right.
It really depends on who's handling it, and that's the unknown. I mean, you've got some people who take pride in their work, and others that don't. They use a pallet jack and they push the pallet forks right through the packaging, and it's all damaged. I mean, it happens, but
Yeah. So the point I was trying to make is that if you don't have it, it's even worse.
oh,
So,
absolutely.
this is a necessary evil if you are doing any type of transportation of goods, that you've got that extra layer of protection.
Right.
And then there's also, you have to back up. The difference between freight and shipping is now you have to think about how the individual item gets shipped out if you are an online retailer. And you're right, if Amazon's doing it, less headache. They're going to supply the box, and so your retail packaging just goes into an Amazon box and gets sent out. We've all experienced that. But
Yeah,
if you're
and of
doing,
course, Amazon gets the branding component of that, and we lose the branding component.
Right.
And so you have to balance: is it worth it? And and again, we talk about this in pretty much every segment. It comes down to budget. It's like, how much do you have budgeted for this, and do we want to turn a profit on that first order? When I say first order, that first order that we place with a manufacturer, sometimes it's 1,000 pieces, and that's why it's very hard to make a profit on 1,000 pieces, because you're not buying at the optimal discounts at 1,000 pieces. You're merely testing, and if you can break even, you should be pretty happy, because that next order is going to allow you to be more cost effective across all fronts. So, I'm a proponent of letting Amazon continue to reap the benefits of branding their packaging, because it's free, or it seems to be free. And as you grow and scale, then you can custom create your own packaging and have your own brand